Podcasts are hot right now. How do I know? Well, you're listening to one right now, aren't you? But you might be wondering, how on earth do I get my voice out there and start my own podcast? It all seems so intimidating. Between hosting and platforms and monetization, it can get real complicated real quick. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We started this podcast over 2 years ago, not knowing clue one on how to do it. So how do we do it? We did it with Anchor. Anchor is the free podcast app with creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on all the platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. And everybody likes money, right? Well, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go right now, download the free Anchor app, or go to Anchor FM to get started. It's the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-Commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. This episode of the E-Commerce Minute is brought to you by SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. With SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes, it's just click, send, and save for as low as $4.99 a month. Send envelopes, flats, and packages right from your desk, and you're back in business in no time. And for being a loyal E-Commerce Minute listener, you'll receive a free 30-day trial to get started and a free 10-pound scale to ensure that you'll never overpay. Save time and money on mailing and shipping with SendPro Online. Starting at $4.99 a month, you can qualify for special USPS rates for letters and priority mail shipping. Calculate exact postage online, and print labels right from your PC. So go to pb.com/minute to access this special offer for a free 30-day trial plus a free 10-pound scale to get started. That's pb.com/minute. Experience shipping made simple with a free trial of SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. It's E-Commerce Minute episode 589.
In this episode, Amazon to support utility bill payments with Alexa.
Just when we thought Amazon couldn't weasel their way into another industry, it looks like they've disrupted yet another part of our lives. Amazon announced during its keynote address at the Money 2020 Financial Technology Conference that Amazon Pay users will soon have the ability to pay utility bills using Alexa. Amazon is partnering with fintech firm Paymentus to add the new feature, which offers the option of paying online or by voice using Alexa. Users can get notifications from Alexa when their bills are due and also ask questions about the bill, like how it compares to the last one. Paymentus currently boasts more than 1,500 billers and 700 utilities. Before the big reveal, Amazon Pay Vice President Patrick Gauthier told MarketWatch that the company saw an opportunity in bill payments since around 70% of consumers don't enroll in automatic payments. Amazon notes that customers will be able to turn off bill notifications anytime in the Alexa app. Consumers will also be able to unlink a utility account by saying a command like, Alexa, disconnect my electric bill. Amazon has been building out the capabilities of its payments button for a few years now. The payments button lets users pay not only on the e-commerce giant's own site, but on those of other retailers that have added the button. The new feature will begin authorizing users to pay utility bills with their voice, and Amazon expects to roll out 95% of zip codes in the U.S. by the end of the year.
I'm laughing at you having to whisper Alexa.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lady in the Tube, or I see a lot of people on YouTube when they do demos, they just show the word and just blank it out because people freak out.
That's kind of funny.
So maybe I don't.
Alexa.
So this is pretty interesting. Another utility for the Lady in the Tube. I don't think that I would ever do this. I am of the ilk that I sign up for a lot of things, automatic pay. I don't look at my electric bill. I just they send it to me in my bank, and then I go, okay, I guess I'll pay this. But I don't think I would do it via voice.
No.
There's just certain things you need to put your eyeball on it. You know, it's like when you look at your electric bill, there's usually a little graph, especially in the summertime. Mm-hmm. You want to look at that graph and say, okay, is the graph higher or lower? Because if it's higher, what the hell are we doing wrong? Or what was going on with the weather?
If it's higher,
you're still going to pay the bill. It's not like you're going to go, it was too hot, I'm not paying this bill. I'm not paying for all this air conditioning.
Some people definitely are like that. But yeah, it was only a matter of time, you know? It was only a matter of time before Amazon introduced this, and I'm sure they're working on even more outlandish things that have to do with their bills and finances.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. One, for instance, would be as VoiceBot.ai notes, Amazon recently rolled out utility bill features in India that include the option to add a voice PIN and find out how much money is an Amazon Pay account by voice. So you would say, Alexa, how much money do I have? And then Alexa would say, sure, why don't you tell me your voice PIN?
And your
Somebody
social
outside can
security.
go, okay, it's 1725. I can get your. I don't know.
The data, the privacy.
That sweet, sweet data. It's like now they know how much your utility bills are. Speaking of the sweet consumer data, I read something in the newsletter, The Hustle, this morning. Companies document consumer scores. Now, what is a consumer score? A consumer score is not your credit score. It's the score of your CLV, or customer lifetime value. This was once a secret squirrel thing, but it's kind of come to light. Your customer lifetime value is basically a company can look at this and say, okay, you know what? He spends a lot of money with this company. He goes to the top of the queue when he's on hold for customer service, or if he needs some help. But if your CLV is like nothing, not good, they won't pick up the phone.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
How rude is that? But due to privacy laws, particularly the California Consumer Privacy Act, companies like Sift, Zeta Global, and Customer with a K, and a few others have started burying consumer score requests deep in their privacy policies to allow consumers to have more insight into their consumer experiences. And the New York Times' Kashmir Hill looked into her own personal score with Sift and found it shocking to receive a lengthy document over 400 pages long detailing nearly every Airbnb message, Yelp order, or Coinbase interaction she had ever made.
What?
So we could probably do a whole story on this.
Oh my God.
I read this morning. My jaw hit the table. It was pretty shocking.
Wow.
Sift, which prides itself on helping businesses to grow with digital trust and safety, according to its site, requested email privacy at Sift and Zeta Global offers an online forum. So they have to reveal this, but they're going to bury it so far that you can't actually get to it. The shout out to The Hustle. It's thehustle.co. Go sign up for their newsletter. It's great. And you have a problem with what? So Target's going to come. Target's going to have like a whole phone book on you, right?
Literally, a shrine to me in their stores or something like that. Because oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. Now I'm not going to go to Target anymore because I feel ashamed.
I'm always like, I'm like the I don't care guy about privacy. But the more I read this crap, I'm like, damn, like they got everything. That's why I've been trying to like veer off of Facebook a little bit, because but the less I go on Facebook, the Google's still has everything else. So what's the point?
I get on Facebook like once a day.
Yeah, and I basically say, if it can make my customer journey a little easier, and this kind of dovetails into the voice thing, if it makes my customer journey easier, if they have enough information to make my customer journey a little bit easier, great. It's when they're into so many other things where it's like, we know where you went today. We know what you spent. We know what you ate. We know who you talked to. We know what you said. We know what you spent.
Right, because it just doesn't have to be that way. So the fact that it is so weird. Like, just 20 years ago, we didn't live like that. And now we are. So it's scary. One of those things. It's like this is so new and so not on the course of like human history that it's just like, holy crap, this is happening.
Well, people like Mark Zuckerberg will get up on stage and go, reasons, the customer, reasons, everything's going to be great. But I don't think things aren't so great. I think this is kind of bad.
Yeah, and then Zuckerberg will have to put WD-40 on his limbs.
All right, why don't you tell us about today's sponsor?
Shipping and mailing from your desk has never been simpler than with SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes. With SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes, it's just click, send, and save for as low as $4.99 a month. Schedule package pickups and track shipments from departure to arrival. And for being an e-commerce minute listener, you'll receive a free 30-day trial to get started and a free 10-pound scale to ensure that you never overpay. You can weigh, print, send, and save without stepping foot into the post office. Starting at $4.99 a month, you can also save up to 5 cents on every letter and up to 40% off USPS Priority Mail. Calculate exact postage online and print right from your PC. So go to pb.com/minute to access a special offer for a free 30-day trial plus a free 10-pound scale to get started. That's pb.com/minute to experience shipping made simple with a free trial of SendPro Online from Pitney Bowes.
So like any other payments technology, there will eventually be some fraud. We haven't heard the stories yet, but there was a statement by fintech analyst and researcher Diwakar Mandel. He says, like any other newer technology, voice payments are highly susceptible to fraud. Mandel cites a series of critical Bluetooth flaws in 2017 that exposed security loopholes in millions of AI-based voice assistants, including Google Home and Amazon Echo. According to Mandel, Amazon currently addresses this problem by requiring customers to provide a 4-digit PIN code, as we said earlier, to authorize the payment. I even read something yesterday, I'm kind of speaking off the top of my head, but there's a way that someone can sit outside of your house and use a laser and hack into your Google Mini or your Amazon Echo to enable it to do things like open like garage doors and things. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, come on. It was inevitable. Everything is, the world is hackable, Brittany. The world is hackable.
Who has the time, you know? Who has the time to get a laser and
Hackers.
do that? Yeah, I guess
Hackers,
so.
because you're making all that sweet cash and stealing all your Bitcoins.
Oh, those precious Bitcoins. I guess you're right.
Precious Bitcoins.
The doubloons.
The doubloons. All right, we do a little quick Amazon stat time. 42% of Amazon customers check on the status of their orders using Alexa. So why not their bills? That's according to Forbes. Amazon shares have gained 17% so far this year, as the S&P has risen 21%. They've actually hit record highs as of this recording. That's according to MarketWatch. And Amazon said at the beginning of the year it already sold 100 million Amazon Alexa devices. And Alexa devices maintain 70% of the market share in the U.S., according to a survey by CIRP. I have actually gotten a Google Home Mini. The thing we got through Spotify was giving them away for free for some reason. Kind of like in the Google. I don't know. The setup was a lot easier than the Alexa, but I have many Alexas all over my house. So the Borg is listening to me, and if you can hear me, please don't share my data. Thanks.
I actually personally don't like the Google.
No,
guy. I just feel like it's a little less sensitive to hearing, so it doesn't hear commands, like it doesn't do what I ask it to do. And it also has a little bit more of a harder time playing the music I want it to play. For some reason, if I say to like play a playlist, it'll play like, I don't even like the Doobie Brothers or something like that. I'm like, what the heck?
The Doobie Brothers.
Like, I don't even know. Just like random stuff. We'll be like, hey Google, can you please play like the Halloween playlist? And they'll be like, sure. And then it's like,
the
Doobie Brothers.
Okay.
So maybe ours is just bad. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually had the opposite experience. And now it also could be depending on where you have the device placed. We have one's upstairs in the bedroom, and it kind of sits on the dresser because it's like the little Echo and it's kind of unobtrusive. We have the Mini in the living room, so it's kind of like the acoustics are very good in there. And then I have my big old school Echo, the very first one they made, the big giant lady in the tube, which is in the kitchen. That's our workhorse. That thing is still cranking great. We never usually have problems with it hearing what we're saying. So it could be the placement of your device. As I said, I got the new Google Mini last week. I had one before, and I got it at a trade show or something. They gave it to me. I set it up, never used it. But
Classic.
Now, since we're always talking about voice commerce, I felt it was my duty to like, okay, set this thing up and actually use it so you can see what how the other half lives with the Google. I'll tell you, I was very impressed with the setup, and some of the commands, some of the things that it does, I like better than Alexa because it's more of how I use Google itself. So
Right.
It's interfacing with Google better. I am not a voice shopper, so I think that is the key difference there, is that I'm not going to say, oh, let's take a look at my shopping list. I don't do that. I just don't do that. It's not that I just don't do it. I like it for checking the news, checking my calendar, and it connected to Spotify so easily and knows all my playlists. So I was happier in that respect. So your mileage may vary depending on what you like. You got anything else?
Maybe Bezos just brainwashed me through my other devices. Maybe that's where we're heading.
Could be. It could be. The Borg is listening. All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. I'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.